Hey you guys, how are you? I'm testing the lighting because for whatever reason my lighting wants to like strobe out at a low setting. So I don't know what's up with that. Also don't know what is up with this little hair right here. I did not curl it, it just does what it wants to. Okay, so if you get on here, send me some hearts or a comment or something so that I know that that you're here and watching. I did not announce this, but hey, I never announce any live that I do, in here at least, because things just like pop in my head and I just spur of the moment need to tell them. I'm going to put another coat of this lip stain on while I'm waiting. Good, it's working. I'm always freaked out that Facebook is not going to broadcast these videos because I have sat here before for like 5 minutes and no one has been on because Facebook didn't tell anybody. So I'm glad that you're here. Thank you for joining. Okay, so it's a new day. It's a new week. It's about to be a new month. And I've been doing some serious thinking. Over the weekend, had some epiphanies and some things that I want to change in my business for the better. Some things that I want to implement in my business that I haven't really ever done before. The beauty of the business is that you learn as you go and you adapt and you evolve pretty much every month. And so I learn new things all the time. And I do these videos for you guys to tell you what I've learned. So one of the things that I wanted to do was make sure that everyone in this team page knew the comp plan. First of all, that's why I posted that earlier today in the page. There's a video in here that myself and my husband did explaining the compensation plan from start to finish, from yellow, or really from white to black. So if you want to watch that video, you can. You just type in Younique comp plan in the search box in the top of this page, and it will bring that up. And if you can't find it, let me know and I'll tag you in it. But understanding the compensation plan is very, very important. There have been ladies in this team who have been very close to a promotion who have missed it because they didn't understand the compensation plan. So it's very important that you do that. And also just to see kind of where you're going and what you're working for. So I wanted to talk to you about green status. Green status is your, if you count white, yellow, pink, blue, it's technically your fifth status, fourth if you don't count white. But I like to count white status. I don't know what that was. I like to count white status because it's a pretty big accomplishment to me. So when you get to green status, things sort of start to change. That's like the sweet spot in the company, so to speak. To get to green status, here are the things that you need to do. You yourself have to have $500 in PRS in 1 month. Your team below you, everyone on your team, so if you've got 20 people, 30 people, whoever, all the people below you, you have to have a company, you have to have company sales of $10,000. So that is the PRS of everyone on your team combined, and it's 75% of that, so you don't get to use 25% of that total PRS. You have to have 3 qualified presenters underneath you. So 3 people on your team have to have $125 purchased from their website within that 1 month. Now, unless you are a rock star, you need more than 3 people under you with $125 in PRS. You also need $2,000 within your circle. So that is the people that are closest to you, basically. Okay, so here's what you get when you get to green. You are now going to make 30% off of everything that you order. You're also going to get a 30% discount. Sorry, you're going to make 30% off everything that you order, I guess technically, or that your customers order from your website. You're also going to get a 30% discount or rebate on anything that you order, which is pretty big. You actually, when it works out, depending on how big your team is, you make more than 30%. There is a chat behind the scenes that Robin Bledsoe, who is our Black status presenter, has for her elite leaders, so all of her green status and above. When I was going for a green, that was a super big part of the reason I wanted to get there, because things are posted in that chat that they're not posted anywhere else, or things are posted in that chat first that they're not anywhere else. So a lot of the announcements that I bring to you in this page come from that chat. And I don't like secrets, so I wanted to know all the secrets, and I wanted to get in that chat. So whatever motivates you to get there, let it motivate you. You are now elite status, which is pretty cool. Exemplary status at Pink and Blue is pretty amazing as well. I owned those statuses, like I did a video earlier this week to tell you about owning where you are. But elite status is a pretty big deal. It's the first status that corporate recognizes as a leadership status. So corporate actually doesn't recommend that you start a team page until you get to green status. Now, I feel a little bit different about that. I like to start a team page earlier than that. I did start a team page earlier than that. If you're unsure of when to start one, send me a message and I can help you figure that out. But that is when corporate says that you should start a chat, or you should start a group, excuse me. You'll, of course, get your green status charm, just like you do with white, pink, or white, yellow, pink, blue, and then green. You also will now make 5% off of your circle, which is pretty cool. So you're on the 8th of every month. If you are pink status and above, maintaining that, you will receive an extra commission check on the 8th. And this is based upon the sales from your team. So not only do you make money off of what you sell, but you also start making money off of your team below you. So making an extra 5% is pretty cool. When you get your first green paycheck, it will be a minimum of $500 extra on top of what you've already earned the previous month. That makes a big difference in a lot of people's lives, and that's just the minimum. You also make 3% off of your first gen. So Whitney is my first gen. So I don't make 5% off of her team, but I do make 3% off of them. So that's pretty, those numbers right there are pretty incredible. Those numbers right there are what allow me to stay home and do Younique full time. So if you didn't know, once you get to pink status, you get a check on the 8th of every month based on the sales on your team. And then it just goes up from there. So the higher you get through the company, the bigger your check is every month. And not to sound like crude that to be about money, but money is pretty important. That's a big reason a lot of us are in this company, right? I mean, it's the reason I'm in this company. I'm not going to be doing this for free, you know. And that check can help out so many people. You can pay bills. You can buy your groceries. You can put your kids in sports. Whatever it is that you need that extra money for, it's there. And it's a big reason that a lot of people push for green, because they need that extra check. So I joined Younique in September of 2014, and I achieved green status in May of 2015. People do it a lot quicker than I did. People do it a lot longer than I did. I was just talking to someone today who just had a green break, as we call it, on her team, and she has 7 people on her team. She's green status and she has 7 people on her team. They worked their butts off, but it was a team of 7 and they were all rock stars. So anything can happen. You can go green really quick, or it can take you a while to go through your journey. But I wanted to make sure that you all knew about green, because it was a really big motivation for me to get there. I mean, literally from September until May, that was my eyes were on the prize. My eyes were on green. That was what I was shooting for. That's what I went for every single month. You know, I knew I wasn't going to get there. Of course, I had to get to pink and blue and that kind of stuff. But once I got to blue, it was like, that's it. There's no stopping me. And Whitney last year hit blue in January, and then she hit green in March. So that's a pretty big jump, because you only need 4,000 to hit blue, and then you need 10 to hit green. So to do that in 2 months, to make that leap in 2 months, is pretty incredible. So green status, if you're looking for a long-term goal, that would be what I would suggest. Green status as your long-term goal. And if you need help kind of figuring out when you think you can get there, send me a message or send your sponsor a message, and both of us would be happy to help you with that. But I'm ready to help the next person on this team get to green. So that's what I'm looking for. That's one of the big things that I'm looking for right now, is the next person to go green on here. I want as many of you on the team that want to go green to be able to do that. And I'm happy to share with you and help you get there as best I can. So that's a big, big, big goal of mine, is to get you all to green. And that starts with some of the chats that I'm doing. So if you haven't been notified by your sponsor yet, or by me, I have started some color chats, for yellow, pink, and blue. So if you are going for any one of those colors and you want to be involved in these chats, you can comment below or send me a message and I'll get you in those. They're going to be chats that I have in Facebook Messenger that myself and Whitney post in pretty much daily to give you motivation and tips to get to that color. And I'm hoping that, this is something that I did not have when I went for green. So I'm hoping that providing this for you all will kind of give you a leg up, and that we are able to kind of share some things that have worked for us. So if you want to be a part of any of those, comment below and I will add you. I think that about does it for me. I wish you all a green experience, hopefully within your Younique business. And of course, you got to get through the motions. You got to go pink. You got to go blue before you get there. And that's what it's all about. That's what I'm willing to help you do, is to walk with you or run with you if you are wanting to do any of those. So if you comment on this video, I can't see any of the comments. So I'll check to make sure that there's no comments after I end the video. And if you need me for anything, send me a message. I'm here. My inbox is always open. Have a good day.